Oh, there's a whisper I hear at the sea. The whispers in my heart, the whispers in my dream. I hear it through the night as I listen on the whisper of the sea. I hear it calling me to sail. I hear the whisper calling me. The joy in the souls that are lost at sea. The whispers I hear in my heart, my soul, and my dreams. Hey guys, this is White Rose, and today I am doing a wonderful review on this episode where these two start fighting each other like, well, peggy squabbing idiots. Excuse language. Look before you sleep. Season 1 episode where we first see, well, those two getting along, or trying to. The episode opens with a field outside the Golden Oak Library. Several Pegasi are seen moving clouds into places to create a downpour. Preparations for this. Trees are being pruned to avoid damage to town. Rarity helped out, but her contribution is to clean up after it and fallen, making trophies out of loose branches. This puts her at odds with Applejack, though. I seem to remember my father used to love decorating trees. He would always snip them down with his blade. Yes, my father, who is a bad pony, had a blade. He only used it when he wanted to decorate his trees. As I said, his key mark is a guitar, but he does have some plants that he takes care of sometimes for my mom. When she's busy. Ugh. I'd rather not talk to my mom. Back to the episode. Now, where was I? Yes. But unfortunately, Applejack, who insists on taking the branches down, when Twilight voiced her disapproval of Applejack making a mess, rain starts to fall, much to Rarity's further displeased. Applejack struggled that Rarity used a bench to shield herself from the rain. Rarity refuses out of unwilling to get her hooves muddy. Okay, I know how that feels. Muddy, muddy. I hate the mud. If you're wearing boots, yes. Jumping in the metal puddles is fun. And not when you want on your dress. Especially when you have a ladybug dress. Oh, you don't see it. Oh, oops. Oh yeah, sorry about that. My father bought me a new one. I won't show it to you, but later on. Right now I'm, back to what I was thinking. Let's see. I'm gonna think of it. Okay. As two argued even more of their situation, the rain and the wind picked up the speed. Twilight sparkled, noticed the two caught in the storm. Before that, we saw a moment of funniness where Rarity rather be in the rainy storm and Applejack being under the branch got himself muddy, which is ay caramba. These two will never get along. And please, guys, don't mention this. I mean, Applejack and Rarity, a lot of people are fans of these two in love, but as for me, well, I'd rather not say my thoughts about it. I'd rather not. Maybe it's another video. Offered sheltered for the library until the storm passes. And with Spike away in Candlelight, world business, whatever world business that could be. Maybe he's in a conga line with Silverquill. Twyla's alone for the evening to see this opportunity to have her very first sleepover party. She took out a book called Slumber Party 101, All You Ever Wanted to Know About Slumber Parties but Were Afraid to Ask. Yeah. Big title for a story. Anyway. Now, Rarity and Applejack are far from eager to spend entire evening in each other's company, but find themselves unable to leave due to the worst storm. After a brief argument about the mud mask, they agree to try to get along and don't ruin Twilight's first slumber party. Ooh, I love slumber parties. I always had a lot of them with my friends when I was a little girl, but I didn't like sleeping in sleeping bags. I liked the beds better. Because, well, I was treated like a princess in my family. What do you expect? My mom was the ruler of a little city, of a little of Golden Hoof. I was treated like a princess, which I hated. I hated it. I disliked the idea of being treated like a princess. Why do you think my daughter doesn't want to be a princess? I know she's an alicorn, but she doesn't want to be a princess either. That's where she got it from. I just like being, ugh. It's not my cup of tea. Or should I say, noodles. Now then. Silently beckon, checking. Oh, here we are. The script saying jealousy. Twilight is oblivious to Applejack and Rarity silently bickering, checking off the game in her books they are playing. However, each game played, the two grew more and more frustrated during the ghost story, though. Ah, ghost stories. I love telling ghost stories, but as you guys know, I can contact the spirits. For mercy's sake, Rarity and Applejack struggle, a story that alludes to why they don't like each other. But then Twilight tells the legend of the Headless Horseman. Circling into the skin of both of her friends, Applejack and Rarity were afraid of the story. The Headless Horseman is from the Headless Horseman by Irvin Washington, one of my favorite novels. I enjoy that part very much. Those two were like, eek! Scared. Come to think of it, I remember when my sister and friends were like that for our sleep. For my 11th birthday, we had a big slumber party, and we went camping outside. Although, we just ran outside when we heard darkness. We were on a trampoline. Yeah. I had a lot of bad ponies. They were all nice and great and all. Ugh. But some of them were afraid of the dark. Even my sister was afraid of the dark, but then again, we were all young. Okay, I'm not allowed to say that in the script. I'm not allowed to mention that, but I can't help it. I'll talk about my bad pony heritage later. Now then. Applejack sickened Rarity by burping when they make s'mores. Ooh, I love s'mores! I love s'mores! I love s'mores, they're my favorite treat. However, I eat too many of them, and well, I'm not allowed to have sugar anymore. If I eat too many sweets, I go on energizing craziness, like Pinkie Pie. But only far more crazier than you think. Like, crazy for sugar! In the game of Truth and Dare, Applejack and Rarity only dared each other to do familiar things. As Applejack dared Rarity to get her mane wet in the rain, and Rarity dared Applejack to wear a ridiculous outfit. Which makes me laugh. Twilight now sensed conflict, tries to move them along. Unfortunately, conflict comes to the head during next game, pillow fight. Oh, I love pillow fights. Me and my sister used to love to pillows each other. It was just a wonderful game. It's no time turned into an all-pillow-out war between Rarity and Applejack. Caught in the middle of bum braining with pillows, Twilight struggled to call it a night and go to bed. Oh, yeah. The hardest time ever going to bed was when sharing a bed with your sister. Yeah, I did, actually. We did technically have to share a bed when sleepover, when our friends wanted to sleep in our beds. It's a pain in the butt, Nicks. But, hey, back to the story. Applejack and Rarity pretty argued continued, even though the ponies tried to go to bed, experiencing their cousin back and forth. Applejack tried to make the bed comfortable for Rarity and herself, but unfortunately couldn't because due to the fact that Rarity wanted everything. My sister and I were in the same book. I always wanted to go in my bed comfortably and normally. My sister jumps in. She always does her wing bombs. Yeah, wing bombs. She would cover her body in her bat wings and jump into bed, and I would be jumping off into the floor with my bum hurt. It's not easy. Yes, each review I will explain a bit about my family's heritage, and I'll explain about my sister, slowly and ever slowly. Alright? Back to what I was doing. Twilight at last decided to intervene in a voice how upset. Twilight was really upset at the two because, well, they ruined, let's see, the sleepover, the makeup, the truth or dare, the ghost stories, and the s'mores, and the pillow fight. So basically, Twilight could not handle that anymore. She did not want any more to do with all their bickering and angry yelling, screaming. Even I wouldn't wanting to deal with that. But then she thought the fight was too much, and they had no fun, thereby ruining her sleeping party. Some party, sorry. Just as Twilight asked if anything could possibly go wrong, which it did, a nearby tree hit the lightning and began to topple towards the neighbor house. Applejack, not heeding the warning, Rarity focused on cleaning up the mess of books, and Applejack tried to push the tree back out of the window, while Twilight desperately searched through a slumber party book for seconds and dealing with a fallen tree. Twilight, really? You really should be... What about worrying... You know the tree's not supposed to fall into your house, and it's really bad and dangerous. Honestly, I feel so sorry for that tree. I feel so sorry for that tree where she lives in it. And I can't believe it. Seriously, you think that's part of the business? Wake up, Twilight. That's not part of the sleeping party trope. It isn't. Excuse me, it isn't. Ugh, I swear, Twilight is just. I know everyone loved the adorable book love in Twilight in the first season, but in the first season, oh, she's a little. Sorry, sound effects. No. Tree in the middle of bedroom. Okay. When up I failed and moving the tree out of the way, she heavily apologized to Rarity, criticized her attention to detail, and convinced her to focus on helping with the bigger task instead. She gets Rarity not to worry so much about getting her hooves dirty. Anyone wouldn't worry about that. Rarity used her unicorn magic to turn the treetops into tiny bushes, sugar pens, clearing the house with caustic and dirt all over herself. Applejack and Rarity's instant proceeded to gently toss the broken tree trunk out of the window. Which is might add a hand that was very handy, or should I say hoofing, if you know what I mean. Now then, with the storm starting to finally settle, Applejack and Ray and Twilight are finally able to have fun, rounding out the evening with a game of 20 questions. Oh, I have to go. Be right back. Bathroom. Be right back, folks. Girl has to go to the little Philly's room. Applejack and Rarity exchange apologizes in the end. Oh, wait, before that ever happened, they played a game and tried to guess what Twilight was thinking. But unfortunately, it wasn't a monster, but it turned out to be her telescope. And, well, Applejack and Rarity exchanged apologizes. And in the end, Twilight officially declared a sudden party of success to her friend's delight. And, as she wrote a letter to Princess Celestia, Twilight wrote that it's possible to get along with someone very different from you, but if you embrace each other's differences, she prepares another sleepover the following night. But unfortunately, her idea is to meet by a pillows floating in face. The episode closes as skies clear, revealed the bright sunny. So what are my thoughts about this episode? At first, holy moly, Twilight, you can be a little dumb in the head when it comes to books. But then again, that's how she is. I know I'm not allowed to call her dumb. I know, she's quite intelligent. I swear, you working on the script. Hey, don't yell at me. Ugh. Be right back, folks. There's a little disturbance with the family. Be right back. Girls, got talking to do about the scripting.